Just before we start, I just wanted to mention one thing quickly. Helos & Co. and Sporting Club Helos are independent missions. They're both run solely by myself. So if you could like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, it would mean the world. Check out helosandco.com. And without further ado, let's get into it. With podcasts, I don't really introduce the guests as much anymore.
Yeah, you're cool.
So I just I go off the dome because I feel like I introduce and then it turned into like an interview rather than a conversation. If you ever listen to like Rogan, you just tune in and all of a sudden they're already halfway through.
Rogan's mad, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't really listened to that stuff.
It's very interesting, eh?
Gets good guests on. That's what makes him so appealing. He gets
good guess.
Yeah, and there's guys that you would never find without him bringing them on.
Yeah, okay.
So he has a platform that is built on like uniqueness, and he brings on guys like there's guys like Graham Hancock who like challenge history for everything we know it as. You got guys like a guy called Python Cowboy. He's just random guests. I was like,
But I feel like for him, bro, it's like he's really good at like making you feel like he's actually believing in you. He's like, no way. Then you guys, but then you know what I mean? So then like the guy, so even when he brings like religious people on, like the religious people feel like he's actually converting.
Yeah.
but it's just him just trying to like engaging, you know what I mean? He's smart, man.
He's no joke.
Smart.
That deal's insane, eh?
What?
Deal, he got a Spotify deal. He signed off on a Spotify deal.
Oh, I can't even
I've seen
know.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
200, was it 200? 200
$100 million for the
100
buy.
million.
Not even to
like
not
a
even what they
deal.
were paying him. That was just to bring it over.
Crazy.
Now he gets paid like 8-9 figures on top of that. Bro, he's just some regular guy. Apparently, like out in public, like he's just jeans, t-shirt, like
Yeah, I seen that.
kind of like Adam Sandler, just worth a mozza, and you wouldn't even know if you didn't know who he was. Eh?
That's how I want to be, man.
Yeah, one day, man. Bro, he started a podcast when it wasn't even like a thing. 2009, I think his first episode was.
Wow.
Which is insane to think about.
To think, yeah, he was
2009.
already...
Yeah.
Was it called a podcast back then?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I only just zoned into him probably like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
What potties do you listen to? Do you listen to potties?
bro, I just subscribe to them and I'm just like, what mood I'm in, and then I full look at the guests.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, sweet. I won't like sort of listen to stuff that I'm not like into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I listen to a majority of yours only because I know you.
Yeah.
I feel like if I don't know them, it's like, nah.
Yeah.
But I want to get more into it. Like, I feel like I used to listen to a lot of like business podcasts, and then, bro, they're all like contradicting each other.
Yeah. 100%.
Nah, this is how you make it. This is how you make it. You know what I mean? So I was like, nah, stop it.
Yeah.
So now just sort of just like,
I feel like
I'm just more interested in health these days. I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're cool, bro.
Nah, trying, man. Freak.
Who do you listen to?
Trying,
No
man.
one.
nah.
Trying, man.
Who do you listen to business-wise, bro?
Bro.
You obviously built business off the back of it, somewhat.
Probably for more like, you know, motivation. Just trying to get me out of bed was more Gary V. And then I sort of just went from like Gary V to like, to basically nothing after that. Like I just felt like a lot of his stuff was just always repetitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then there was like a lot of random stuff. I'll just like type in business, and then I'll just go, oh yeah, this is like sort of the season I'm in. You know what I mean? And then I'll just click onto that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I'll legit listen to random ones. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use them as like escapism. I listen to these guys called like Hello Sport.
Yeah.
They just talk shit. Right? there's no.
Yeah.
Right, the other day, one of them's in Mexico at the moment. They talked about like tacos for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But like, you just
Oh,
tune
true.
it out,
Yeah.
You're just happy to like listen, you know, and they're funny.
Yeah.
They're so funny.
I love the Guru.
Yeah, Guru's good.
I love listening to him, probably like sports wise, but
I'm
Yeah.
meeting up with him in 2
Oh,
weeks.
true.
Charity match.
Cool.
oh yes, I
Yeah.
see that.
Aren't
What
you-
is that?
Oh, it's
I'm
not
playing
today.
it.
Are you playing in it?
Yeah.
Next week. Is it next week?
3rd of Feb.
What winger?
Nah. Like,
Prop.
nah, 17. I'll come on where I want.
No way. When is it?
3rd of Feb, Lidcombe Oval, 3 p.m.
Interesting.
I might scoot out a half.
I'll probably come watch us all. I'll come support you, lad.
That's mad.
I'm going to fold some guys, but...
Yeah, shoulder charge. Please.
Oh, you know what? The thing
One
about-
red,
Are
one
you
yellow.
playing?
One
I should put you just doing content or something.
Nah. I'm fine, bro.
Yeah, mad.
I'll tell you what, AFL, for like all my downfalls, AFL was good at kicking, but the other thing I'm good at was tackling. Once you learn to tackle in AFL, because you get like, I don't know if you know much about AFL, but like you want to catch them holding the ball. So if they hold the ball for too long, you tackle
Yeah.
and they don't release it, you get the ball.
Yeah.
So you learn how to tackle and wrap the
Wrap the
whole
ball.
neck to the waist.
Oh, true.
because you're trying to wrap both arms and hit them as well. So they have.
Bro, you're a
dodge.
big body too, man. You'll wrap 2 people.
So I reckon there'll be a few guys that they have no idea about some of us because Helos and Co is not a massive platform, so to speak. And maybe if you looked at it, you'd recognize me, but you wouldn't know how big I am or something.
Yeah,
like
true.
that.
I reckon a couple of big highlights, like big highlights, people will know you.
I just want to be what was his name from the longest yard? You know, the big guy that couldn't read.
Yeah.
And he folded the prison guard. I want to do that. But yeah, we
So what is that? So how does that work? Like, is it just random people that they pick from
content creators?
True, that's mad.
But on their team, bro, so they got the other team got whacked last year, and they basically got the same team. They lost 40 or something. But what they've done this year is they've got 2 guys who resell sneakers, and they used to play French rugby on their team, and then they had a player pull out, and what they've done is put a guy who played for Greece at the Rugby League World Cup.
No.
True. So my number one job is to fold that Greek. I swore down on everything I love. Yeah. I'm coming out of the line and I don't even care if he's got the ball or not. I'm just going to spear tackle him.
Bro.
Just to send a message, hey, they're taking it too serious, bro. It's for charity. I told him, I said in the chat, I'll be fucked if anyone from the Rugby League World Cup is playing in this content creator.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm going to fold their halfback, who's this guy from Cast Patrol, and then I'm going to fold the Greek kid.
Yes.
On the bench.
Podcast as well?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all 3 of them are in it. So I intend on folding 2 guys, and that's it. I might cross over for a meat pie as well. I reckon the crash play.
Easy.
Yeah.
Oi, lad, I reckon you'll get a couple. I reckon you get a couple.
Yeah.
I reckon they're gonna feed it to you, run you the line every time.
Yeah, there's a guy called Nilso who's bro, I think I'm big.
Don't tell me he's bigger than you. Don't tell me he's bigger than you. The heck?
He's from Newcastle.
Yeah.
You probably know him if you saw him. He's been on TV shows and stuff. But he's a fiery job. But he plays for the. You know how the Fireys, Ambos, Cops all play each other once a year?
Yeah.
He plays for the Fireys, bro. He's highlight reel in those games. Because the Cops team is full of big
Stacked.
boys.
Yeah.
Bro, he runs over him.
Wow.
And he played last year, but he's playing again this year. And he'll be the prop. I'll probably come on for him.
Oh, true.
But
you guys got some solid pack then.
But bro, there's some content creators where you can't I can't fold them because I'll just get because some of the how do you put it?
What?
There's there's some boys that are a lot smaller, just aren't as quick, but they make good content, so they're in the side.
Yeah. Okay.
And so you got to time it as to when you go hard on someone, and then there's other guys you just got to pick them up and put them on their back.
True. Yeah.
But I got to make sure I don't get it confused and just fold them in a second.
Like that.
I reckon it'll be a highlight, lad.
Yeah.
I'll be mad.
Yeah, it'll be good, bro. I'm keen to play in it. You should try and get into something like that.
Bro, my joints will probably break on those.
You've never played a game,
My
is
joints,
that right?
nah. I basically played in high school, but that's about it with these guys.
Were you big in high school?
Oh, yeah, bigger than average. If that's how you sort of say it, I wasn't small, so
You were good, weren't you?
Good at what?
Footy, still are, but
it was probably the last game I played was probably with all Chris, bro. It was all of us, Geno, Luke, against Kingswood High School when we pumped them.
You remember? You were a good halfback, weren't you?
Nah,
5'8".
Nah, not a halfback, bro.
Where'd you play?
I was outside back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but just the game of league was just a whole new sport for me because in New Zealand it's just all union. Yeah. So coming here,
this guy killed it when you came over.
Yeah, it's different.
You came over?
I was 14.
Where'd you live in New Zealand?
Auckland.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, on the west of Auckland. Yeah, but yeah, man, it's different coming here. Real different.
Wow, what's different about it?
Just lifestyle, people. Yeah, man. I was embraced by the white people. Back in New Zealand, nah, none of that.
Is that a bit of an issue over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I think when you go to Auckland, bro, it's like spot the white person.
Oh, really?
Bro, there's that much islanders.
They've taken over there.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, well, the poly community there's
huge, man.
Might as well call it Tonga or something.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, there's that saying there's more Samoans in Auckland than in Samoa itself.
It's like Italians, bro. There's more Italians in Argentina than Italy, I'm pretty sure.
What?
True.
Because we switched sides in the war. So when we switched sides, our president, whatever you want to call it, half the country just went, nah, I'm out. We're not.
Oh, true.
You can't live in a country where you switch sides during a war because all of a sudden, like, you have two
Is
sides.
Argentina right next to Italy?
No way. It's
Oh.
on the other side of the world.
I don't even know. I don't even know, man. I don't even know where. You give me the maps.
Argentina, South America.
Yeah.
So if we're standing at Bondi and you look essentially that way,
Yeah.
you have New Zealand, then you have just ocean, and then you have South America. If you're standing in Bondi and you turn all the way around and you look upwards,
Yeah.
you have Europe over the other side of the world. So like Italy to Argentina is literally across the globe and down, like
Damn.
diagonal line. Yeah, and then there's heaps of Italians here. We're like the third largest population of it.
Yeah, I know there's heaps here. Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
Oh,
Wethel
okay.
Park. Go to
Yeah.
Bosley Park Deli. Oh man, Little Italy. That
Bro, is there any deli that's like New York deli around you?
No, all the Italian delis are similar because New York, some of the parts of New York are Italian inspired.
Nah, the reason I'm saying
They're
that
all
because they're all showing those like sandwiches that are
Oh,
Yeah,
are you talking
bro.
about like Philly cheesesteak?
proper. Yeah, but like aren't they owned by like all the deli places in New York?
Yeah. You get if you go down to Wetherill Park, bro, delis, you get like you get a panini and then you get like a ball of bocconcini and then you stack just meat on top. It'll
That's
give
what
you
I mean.
cholesterol problems within 20 minutes.
I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what you're talking about.
I want that.
I want to go to Samoa next year.
Sounds yum, though.
Next year,
I'm thinking about going next
you're
year.
gonna love it.
Do
Also,
you reckon I need to go with a Samoan boy bar?
Yeah, take someone.
One of the boys is also,
I
so I'm
reckon,
thinking of going with
yeah.
because I want to go to like spots outside the city.
Mm.
And I have mates who are in the army who've served in the
Oh,
Pacific
true.
Islands, and they're like, you're best off going with someone who is of that nationality,
Yeah.
so you don't get pressed.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, yeah. But I want to go to that. Capulet went there of all people. He took a photo. It was like that water hole that's like in the
Yeah.
Yes.
and then you swim under and you're out on the beach. I want to do that. He's bad, eh?
You enjoy it, man.
You went back, didn't you?
Yeah,
How was that?
bro, I loved them, man. I didn't want to come back. It was just so cruisy, hey.
Yeah.
Everyone's just sort of just living their own sort of life. Heaps different. So like over here, you got to wake up 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Job over there, you wake up, you just weed the garden, and you're set. Man, people over there like drinking at like 12
It's insane.
in the Arvo, just relaxing in their huts.
Yeah.
Yeah, different. That's nice, man. Heaps chilled over there, eh?
Yeah, Europe's like that. 8 a.m., 9 a.m., no one out. No one out.
Mm.
But they have dinner at like 11 p.m. So they're like 9 to 5 would be like
Yeah.
11 to 7, even later, 12 to like, bro, if you go out to like go like clubbing or whatever, before like 11 p.m., you're a bit of a loser.
Oh, why is that too early?
It's way too early, bro. What? Way too early. 1 a.m.
I'll be
you wanna-
sleeping.
Bro, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. is when you want to enter the club. Because people
Wow.
at 7 a.m., the people you're seeing are coming home.
Mm.
But bro, and they have like siestas. So at 3 p.m. they go home for a nap. During the day, yeah.
That's crazy.
Bro, they just live life.
Yeah.
Australia doesn't do it, eh?
It's crazy.
You see
It's cool how different all our countries are.
Yeah.
It's just you being able to experience all of that as well. Like just seeing how different everything is. That's crazy to hear, man. Shucks.
I want to do Tonga, Samoa, and Fiji.
That'd be cool.
Nah, not Tonga.
Yeah, I don't want to speak on Tonga.
Nah.
I don't want to offend anyone.
Samoa should play Tonga, bro. Samoa should have played Tonga instead of Tonga, England.
100%.
It doesn't
100%, bro.
It makes no sense.
100%, bro. We'll draw the biggest crowds. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Either here in Australia or New Zealand or back home
Oh,
in the
New Zealand
countries.
will go off.
Yeah. You've seen how big that crowd was like for
Right.
even when Tonga played New Zealand.
Yeah.
Bruh. There was more Tongans than people of New Zealand. Wow. It's crazy.
Speaking of Samoa and Tonga, the boys in front of me, part of FTA, Chris and Ozzy, and probably one of the most famous moments in Western Sydney history for myself. I wasn't even there, but the parades, bro. Check it out. We've spoken about it before, but we'll talk to the people about it. The parades had the first parade was, to give context, Rugby League World Cup 2021, Samoa first game.
Ah,
Chill,
I think they lost. What was it? Was it 70?
nah.
67.
60 to 6 maybe?
I think so.
It was a hiding.
Yeah. So first game, Samoa go in with like Jerome Luai, Bizza, all the crew, and lose 60 to something to England. And then the next game is who? I think it's like a real small nation.
I
can't remember too, eh?
Yeah,
I can't remember too, man.
Anyway, they get out of the group stage, and then is that when the first parade is towards after you win that first knockout?
We did the parade after we won,
Because didn't you beat Tonga, England, then you came up against Australia?
Yes.
Yeah, so who did we play before all that?
You would have played 2021 World Cup. I think Lebanon was one.
Was it 2021?
Or 2020.
22?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't play Lebanon.
Samoa Rugby League World Cup. Right, what side that was, thinking about it. Like the Samoan side.
Yeah.
How freakish it was.
But it can be better.
I know. Give us some more money, man.
Greece.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Greece. Greece.
So
Yeah.
is that when you... Yeah, so you won 72-4.
Mm.
Is that when you held...
Nah, so what actually happened? Like I think Queensland was already running.
Is that like
like
Goodman and all that?
yeah, a parade with all Massini and all that. But then people just started reaching out to us and say, hey, when are you guys gonna run a parade? And then we're just like, yeah. Like I think after we got that hiding, you know what I mean? We're just like, yeah, we'll see how we go. But yeah, and I think we're getting like multiple messages like, as soon as that game happened, the Greece one, and then that's when we're like, yeah, let's do it. So yeah, but we just didn't expect it was gonna be that big. I was in Coffs Harbour that time. So we were just going back and forth, just trying to run this parade. And I actually thought no one would turn up, and then bang, bro, it was huge.
First parade was where? Rudy Hill?
They were all at Wayland.
Wayland, yeah.
Wayland.
All at Wayland Reserve, yeah. It was, I think we all had things on. I think he was at a Oztag tournament.
Yeah.
We were still like playing, doing FTA
Touch.
community touch.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that touched that
we were
day
doing,
too.
Yeah, we were doing all types of stuff. And, bro, it was literally like, it was a combination of ourselves, not young, but like just our age group, and then some of the older boys.
All the older boys, yeah.
They reached out and we're like, bro, might as well do something while we can. And, bro, one thing led to another. It just turned out, bro. It was just
'Cause I rocked up late.
Crazy experience. No,
couldn't
not the
believe
first one.
Nah, the first one I did. Because I was coming back from Coffs Harbour.
The first one?
Yeah, the very first one. Because Kobe, young Kobe was taking a video. So
I can't remember, man.
Look how packed it was. So that very first one. So when I was coming into Wayland Reserve, I was like stuck easily like 2 kilometers out just trying to get in.
Yeah.
I could just see these flags just going straight to Wayland. I was like, frick, I think this is actually going to be massive.
Yeah.
And then bang, rocked up there. It was hard to get in. Yeah. Oh, like I think you guys got there just after me. That's probably why.
Because
Because
we're
we're still
touch.
running FTA Touch because that's what we do on a Sunday.
Yeah.
We didn't think
And,
too much of
yeah.
it, you know? Oh, yeah. And then
I didn't
that
think-
night was the game.
Yeah.
Was
Oh,
it?
frick, I can't remember, to be honest. Hey, I'm just trying to remember how we just all did it. I just thought it'll probably be just Mount Jewel rocking up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then bro, people were saying they were coming, like, even on the M4 was like clogging up. People just trying to get in. So easily, like it would have been people from other parts of Sydney as well.
And so the first parade happens. Second parade. Is that when you beat Tonga?
I think we're versing Tonga, or to be honest, we'll just try. Like I think after that, we're just trying to find the dates
Yeah.
that work out for everyone.
How was it working with the council and all that? Like trying to get approvals and whatnot?
Yeah, there was
It
no
was tough,
approval,
man.
man. We had to
was tough.
literally knock the door down on that
It
one.
was tough.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
obviously they didn't want to do it. They thought it was too dangerous.
Yeah.
So yeah, the council knowing us.
They were saying, we need a couple of weeks to approve this.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
No. We need it now.
Yeah,
We need
yeah.
it now. But it's funny how that worked because like we would have agreed like you need a couple of weeks and stuff. But we always said like there's strength in numbers, man. Like we told
Yeah.
them, we're gonna do it regardless. And so they had to move. They had to move to what we were doing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So we sort of like strong armed them. And it was funny because the police ended up working with us. And
Yeah.
the police got the councilmen to come and usher cars in and things like that. So it was crazy how that all worked.
It was basically this, all right? It's either you want the parade in Wayland Reserve or on the M4. Up to you. Up to you, man.
Yeah, but Wayland Reserve was a
It was
perfect
perfect,
spot.
man.
Perfect spot.
Because you
Well
can sort of do
contained.
your rounds inside that park, and trucks and all that were just going off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think we just didn't expect it was going to be that big. Like I think when they sort of counted numbers, it was like over 15,000. Like the one where we had the boys perform, like when Ford jumped on, that was massive. That was huge, man. Yeah,
That was probably the
but
biggest
but
one.
also it also got stopped. Like the police had to stop people coming in, so people started parking further out. You know what I mean, just to try to come into just coming to wait in the reserve.
That's insane.
It's cool. It was just like it was because Oz and I were on the stage most of it, and just seeing how happy people were, just celebrating, having food stores like of our culture, like the food, like Samoan food, Tongan food, Cook Islands, and bro, just a
lot of
mixture of
food,
everything, bro. So it was just like a celebration of culture.
Yeah.
It wasn't more so to do with we were happy about the teams and stuff, but people were just wanted to rep their countries.
Yeah.
You know what I
Just need
mean?
an excuse too.
Yeah,
That's it. Like, when you
Yeah.
have a reason to, like everyone hops on it.
yeah,
That's what sport does.
That was cool, eh?
100%.
And I think one of the highlights for me was just having those artists come over from New Zealand, like in a capitalist sort of all that out. So there was that little concert happening, So we had artists that were very popular in the Samoan scene. Wayno.
It was a great mix, bro. You can't
Yeah.
go wrong, like especially in our cultures, like food, entertainment, and sport.
Yeah.
Those are the three biggest things that we go hard on. You know what I mean? And so to have that all in one area, bruh.
Italians are the same, bro.
Yeah.
Food, football, music.
Bro, we full had a
Happy
time
birthday.
slot, eh? We full printed a proper time slot and everything. It was like run. I was actually surprised of how well it run. It was like only 3 days to even pump the second one out.
Yeah.
We planned everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Samoa beat Tonga, going up against England. We'll get to the parade. But in your head, what are you thinking like going into the game? Because you boys, for those listening, these boys are close with the Penrith boys.
The first one or the semi?
No, the one like the semi-final. What are you thinking?
Oh, bro, I was cocky. I was confident as.
Yeah.
Oh, like against, or like going against.
Before the England game,
Yeah.
were you thinking, like you just be honest,
What?
were you thinking Hughes would win or were you
against
thinking England
against England?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, to me, I just knew the boys can sort of bounce back. You know what I mean? Yeah. It happens a lot, but I just didn't. Bro, it was one of those games. I just couldn't believe how close it was. It was going back and forth all into the end. But yeah, man, that was a night to remember. That one when the boys won.
Yeah. You know what I think did them well? Osto spoke about it. Osto said to me, he goes, I have no problem being an underdog. It's where I'm from. It's how I was built.
Yeah.
He goes, when I'm on top, that's where I struggle like big time.
Yeah, okay.
You could kind of see a similarity in that with the Penrith boys sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that when they go in major favourites, even like Tigers every year, you just struggle against them because we're meant to beat them 60
Yeah.
nil.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We also verse around Origin time, but yeah, Osto was saying like when I go in as favourite, I struggle, but when you count me out, that's when you
shine.
get like me, Blake Austin.
Yeah.
You can see that with Jerome.
Jerome
especially.
loves that, eh?
Jerome
He
needs
loves
to
that.
be.
That
That's why
underdog.
Jerome at Origin this year is not a bad shout. On a side note, because he's everyone's counting him out for it. But I think you could see it in the England game. He was like full switched on. He was in flow state.
Bro,
Just
he smashed it
kick
that
after
game.
kick.
Yeah.
Just- it was good stuff, eh?
It was
He
mad,
smashed
eh?
it.
And then you beat England. Fuck, what's going through your head? Sure, like it would have just been a rush.
We were just thinking, parade. Parade, everyone get down there. Nah, oh, man.
Well, when they were coming up against Australia,
Yeah, in the lead up to the
Yeah.
final, because that was what I remember. Videos of England even had like a small parade.
yeah,
America, was it California? There was
it's
a
everywhere, man.
California, Utah, where else? New Zealand, Hawaii, Samoa.
It was
bro,
everywhere.
Everywhere, man.
So wherever there was a lot of Samoan population, it was popping off. So even when it happened in America, we've got an auntie that stays over there. So even she ran a parade up there. It's my mum's stepsister, and I was actually surprised how many people turned up for that. And I'm like, far out. And they were like, yeah, man, the boys are doing good in rugby.
yeah.
I'm like, it's league.
Yeah, you saw the Rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a fraud. Bro.
Oh man, when he done that
sorry,
shout out,
sorry, Uncle Rock. Sorry,
he was
but-
doing
But yeah, so you're going into the final. How many people were at that parade? You reckon? Because that one was massive, eh?
We didn't get to do it on the day we
wanted
preferred.
to.
Yeah, we ended up running it on a Friday
Instead of the Saturday.
instead
Yeah.
of the Saturday.
They had something on Saturday. Eh?
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
kids tournament, a footy tournament happening, Pacifica tournament, and so we had to run it on Friday, and we knew that we were gonna run it regardless, but we knew that was gonna alter the numbers. But bro, even that was crazy because we had the players there. Eh?
Yeah, we're the players there that time.
Yeah.
Now that's the homecoming parade. That last one, because all the players came. Remember, because Junior and all that came, was homecoming parade.
So we didn't have a parade for the Australia game.
I don't think so, because I think. Oh, remember we couldn't do it because I think it was a Sunday.
Bro, I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Nah, Bro, to be honest, I don't even know
Blanked.
why I can't even remember. All I
Yeah.
remember that it was crazy scenes. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it like for you guys being part of like a group that orchestrated that? Like what? There was like 10, 15 of you that kind of got
Yeah,
that rolling.
Yep.
What was it like seeing a small group of you guys orchestrate something that thousands came out for? Was that like pretty insane to you? That's like organising a music festival on like a week's notice, bro.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Pretty much.
That's how I felt like. And we're like, what can we do next?
Yeah. Man.
It literally got to that point. Me and this guy were like, should we do another thing? Nah. Should we do another one? But just more hype, eh?
Yeah.
You just can't, you couldn't imagine what was, like you could imagine it, but like just seeing how it all came about, like it was just, it was just unbelievable how it just all happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew the OGs because the older boys that we had, like they had the connections. They're the ones that had connections with the police, council. So
Yeah.
we were set on that side. Some of the other boys who had businesses helped out with on the money side of
funding
things.
and things like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we obviously Oz and I and a couple of the other boys, Deezer and Sunny, like we have the community. Like we've got what's it called? We've got like access to the community. Like people know us, and so we had to reach out to to spread the word and things like that. And so it just gelled, bro. Everything ran so smoothly and was so easily like that. So yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So we would meet up sort of like at a restaurant or a place, you know what I mean, just to sort of discuss on how it's going to happen. And I think no one sort of had any doubt. It was just like, yeah, this is what's going to happen. Let's do it. So I think that was one of the things we we just had no doubt that it wasn't going to happen. It was just how we were going to do it. So that was the mad part.
It's insane.
It just shows how great of a tool social media is as well, man. Like one post, man, bro, attracted thousands of people.
Yep.
And like everyone just rocked in, And what was cool was there was no trouble.
No trouble.
No one came like, with the wrong intentions, bro. We were there to celebrate and just like it was pretty much a big party.
Yeah.
Big party.
That's sick.
Yeah, man.
How'd you go with getting cops on side?
Like I think they had no choice, to be honest.
Yeah, they had to work with us, man.
Yeah.
They had
They
to.
had to because
Because it was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, they had given us a list of things not to do, and we placed that on the post and stuff for people to see. We even got the boys to do a video saying, "Oh, please don't
surf.
car surf, no drinking."
Bro, is car surfing a big thing back in the islands?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Don't they
because
all
you
sit in the back
can.
of the-
Yeah.
because it's not illegal.
So if you go there, get a local to drive, and then you hop at the back of your ute that you hire. You only pay them $20 and they'll take you anywhere the whole day.
Really?
Yeah. You
Oh,
just feed them,
$20 for
feed
a day?
them, feed them. Yeah.
Oh.
Feed them.
Yeah, I'll feed them.
And you're set.
That's not a problem.
You just,
I'm
bro,
hungry myself.
you
That's fine
you just
too.
tell your small mate that can communicate with him just to drive around the coastal areas and you see mad sunsets, eh?
Yeah, that'd be mad. I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, the cops, yeah. You put up the post saying like you got the boys to say like don't do this, so they kind of just hopped on side from that.
Yeah, they had to because they're outnumbered, man. Like, if they try to say something, everyone was like
Yeah,
ready to jump on them.
I think they're locked up. I think the police locked up the gate like the night before when they knew the parade was going to happen. And then
Yeah, they did.
somehow the gate just opened up again.
the cops at Penrith, they like, I don't know, bro. You'd think they'd want to build relationships with like the people of Western Sydney.
Yeah.
Bro, we've just won like 3 in a row. And after like 10 minutes of standing around, they're like telling everyone to move.
I know, man.
We
Like-
heard about that. We were at the the game,
Yeah.
and we left. Well, we got to Penrith about 1 a.m. We were thinking, "Wow, everyone's still there partying," but we got there and all the coppers were on the road, blocked off, and we're like,
I don't get like
"Let's kill the vibes,
yeah,
man."
I don't get that. You know what I mean? Like how you can't even celebrate something that's so like significant, especially to the area. Like the police can just be there just to bystand and just make sure and just control. But I'm just not sure, why they sort of just blocked it off. Like I think they did that the year before. They sort of blocked it, but then apparently this year, like we weren't there, but then a lot of the boys were just saying, "Oh, nah, man, like you can't even get into Penrith."
Yeah.
So we sort of just pulled away. We sort of just met up with the boys later on, but it was more just like, man, it would have been another mad opportunity just for everyone just to sort of party, you know? Yeah.
Not this year, but last year, bro. One of the girls that was a cop I went to school with, like all my classes with.
Yeah.
She was quiet. She was nice. But so to give backstory, you know how I was telling you earlier, I used to drive, there's no Uber in the mountains. So I used to get paid till like 4 a.m. on a Saturday night to like pick people up. Good money as well.
True.
I got $200 or $300 in a night. One night's Warrington. I'm in my dad's Jeep. it's 4 a.m. So yeah, they probably think I'm doing something.
For
shitty.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She pulls me up and I'm in the front seat, and then she starts talking to me. She goes, "Oh, like, what are you doing?" And she goes, "I got a breath test you or whatever." I was like, yeah, it's all good. So lovely there, right? Her partner wasn't impressed, but then I'm walking through and the cops are like created like a barricade last year between the road and Panthers.
Yeah.
And I was just like me thinking like I'm just going into Panthers. Like, there's no,
Yeah.
what are they gonna do? So I like walk through, and bro, she like full like grabbed me. She's like, "Where do you think you're going?" I just looked at her. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna say a name, but like her government name, said it out loud. I was like, "You do not tell me what to do. We went to school together. I'm going into Panthers." And bro, some guy one of the other cops tried to step in. I was no, shush, I'm going inside. Bro, well, what are we talking about? We just won 2 premierships in a row. Oh, I just grew up watching this team win spoons.
Yo.
Yeah.
Bro, what are we talking about? Oh, it's just, silly. You were there the day after, weren't you? At the brewery with the t-shirt.
Yeah. I just wanted to get drop off the shirts to the boys. Yeah.
Would have been a side A.
Yeah, man. No comment. It was good. Nah, man, they're having a good time. It was mad just to see the boys just sort of celebrate amongst each other and things like that. But yeah, man, it was good, man. It was I think the funniest part was just like, as soon as I rocked up in there, just how like lively they still were. You know what I mean? Like no one was sort of just like, I would have thought like by now they're probably just a little like someone's on the chair. Nah, man, they were all up and dancing, bro. They were celebrating. It was good.
Created history, man. I'll be celebrating for days,
I was
2
like,
weeks.
I was like, bro, I didn't get no sleep and I was pretty tight just trying to drop off the shirts, bro. Opening up, man, some energy in there. They could have played another 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel about how do you say it, Pacifica?
Yeah.
How did you feel about that jersey yesterday? You see the Panthers jersey?
Oh yeah. No, that was
Sick,
cool,
man.
I felt like it was about time they sort of
Man, I was just like, man, if only Grit and Spencer wore it. Bro,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it would have just been mad, like, oh, fire, that was sick, eh?
yeah, it made sense, man. Like it was cool that they were able to acknowledge our culture and things like that.
I reckon it's clean as well.
Yeah, it is. Well,
they did it.
Frankie, he's a I don't know if
they-
he's still he's an architect. Like he does designs, and it made sense that he was able to create, and he does well too. Like he's a mad artist.
It was clean.
So yeah, man, that jersey
Yeah.
was hectic, bro. Good
Even
on them, man.
like even when they did the stripes, how they even added that, like an Islander pattern on that's pretty smart, Frankie, eh?
Yeah, but there could also be a promo type thing as well, like knowing.
Yeah.
Hey, they're smart. It's good business.
But I think if you're an NRL club, you're stupid not to do a Pacifica and Indigenous jersey every year.
Well, even a round dedicated to Pacifica.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We've got
Wait, how'd you just say it?
like a round. Oh, sorry,
What-
Pacifica. Oh, I say Pacifica.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
get it proper.
Pacifica. Everyone says Pacifica. I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
we just
I
sorry.
say Pacifica.
Yeah,
We say Pacifica.
yeah, an Indigenous round definitely, and Pacifica round as well, bro. They make up more than 50% of the players now,
100%.
and probably fans too. To be honest,
Yeah.
like the game's massive. It's probably they need it, bro. They need a Pacific Islander team as well very soon.
As in like Super Rugby, how they have their own
Or
team.
you do PNG and you can help base them out of Townsville or something like that,
Yeah,
or
okay.
Cairns, because they need something.
Oh, PNG needs something.
I reckon all the islands do, because like as a collective,
Yep.
bro, you went over there. Some of those boys, like they could easily. Like, Justin Olam, I'm pretty sure came over at a late
Yeah.
age. Look at him, bro. He's
True.
an animal, the freak. So it's like, I feel like they need a thing. But the jersey was actually clean as. I was very impressed by
Yeah.
it.
It's nice, eh?
Very
That was
impressed.
nice, eh? It was good, man.
Good on them, man.
Yeah.
It was nice. The thing about like with us European cultures in Australia is we have football clubs that are like dedicated. So football, like when we came over in the 50s and 60s, there was no sport. So we set up our own. There was cricket and AFL. Italians aren't going to play either of that. So there was like you'd set up a football club, and then so we have football clubs like Marconi Stallions up here, Leichhardt, Italian. Then you have Sydney, Croatian community. So if you want to like represent your culture, you go down to those clubs and form that team. The jersey,
I see that, eh?
Yeah, the jerseys are the same color as your flag generally.
True.
Or like some countries just have colors they're affiliated with, and kind of you have that. But the Indigenous don't have that in football. The Pacifica don't have that in football.
Yeah.
So you have, so the NRL has this whole like gap in a market to help bring up the Indigenous in Pacifica, make cool jerseys, make cool merch.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
it's got
okay.
Penrith, bro. I think they're the second. I think Tigers did one of all clubs.
I think they did ones dedicated to a game, but not an actual jersey. You reckon? I don't remember them having an actual jersey for the year.
You know what? For all their downfalls, they're actually the only team that went over to New Zealand and fulfilled their promise.
I remember that. Yeah,
That's insane, eh?
it's crazy.
Even we didn't, bro. I was kind of disappointed. Up the wires, man.
Hey, it's the year, bruh. It's the year, man. Coming for it all.
Chris is a what?
Coming for it all.
This year, Chris and Oz will be Chris supports the Wires, but Chris and Oz will collectively be supporting Penrith, Roosters, Dogs, and not Tigers yet.
Pretty much all of them. What? Pretty much, my wife works
It's
there.
team. It's team. Hey, it's funny because even when we even when I post up because his partner is helping with the coaching staff. Even when we post it up, bro, we get blasted like, "Oh, you're for Tigers now." We're going for the area,
it's
buddy. Area support, man.
A lot of the kids from the area are starting to branch out and to all the other clubs, and it's cool. It's
good
cool
to
that
see,
we're
man.
able to see kids from the area.
I think
being
just
represented.
taking any opportunity is good. So yeah, man, we're just here just to support all that. Like I think this year, you know, we're working on a jersey, an FTA jersey, like a footy type jersey. So it'll be good just to start rocking that around. So yeah, man, we're excited for that. Like, you know, we planned on it probably like a year ago, but we sort of just didn't bring it to life. So, but I think this year's the perfect year since
Makes
the boys
sense,
are sort of went around. Yeah, but that's exciting, man.
I hope Critter and Spence either run out first or last on the day when they come back to Panther Stadium. So I reckon they'll get standing ovations.
True.
Oh, that was sick.
You know who I
sick.
also want one to get one? He's not one of like the boys, so to speak, but Cogger when he comes back if he's playing for Newcastle.
Oh, yes.
What a
He clutched today.
He was good, man.
clutched it,
He was
man.
good.
Speaking of the grand final, I want to ask you, we're at the game. We've spoken about this a bit before. Ezra Mam scores his third. Where were you sitting?
I was with all the Broncos fans. All the Penrith fans were, but we're sitting next to the Broncos boys that I also went up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were in the family and friends section? Chris
we
Crichton?
were Christian.
Yeah.
With Steve Price and all that were there too, eh?
Yeah, we were with like the all the ex NRL boys. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all surrounded by them. Yeah,
And then I was up on the mezzanine. Now I showed you the text. I'm pretty sure I showed you the text. So one of my best mates was under on the bottom level.
Yeah.
And it's 24-8. Ezra Mam just scored his third. Lindsay Smith is getting to inside out. Anyway, shout out Lindsay. Good on you.
All day, Lindsay. All day.
But we're getting turned inside out that whole left edge. Even Nathan got turned inside out by Reece. God, Reece, bro. When you I can't stand Brisbane. When you watch him, just like to watch football.
it's good to watch. Yeah.
Oh man, one of the
Yeah,
all times.
man.
Eh?
Yeah, for sure.
At 24-8, what do you guys think? Because I sent the text of I said this will be 40. Because there's no way in my head
I'll be honest, bro. I thought I was done, man. I was like,
yeah.
you know, even started seeing half of like all the Penrith like fans leaving. You know, as soon as that last try from Broncos came through, you know, like obviously I would have had like doubts, like, oh sweet, you know, but we're gonna stay the whole game just because the boys were playing. You know what I mean? It'll be Critter's last and also Spencer's last. So, but yeah, but like, you know, obviously you still have that little faith in there. You know, like there's still time and things like that. But still, I was like, hey, we're gonna hack it. And then I was next to one of the boys. His name is Ace, massive Broncos supporter, yelling at me. Started slurring on my own slang, going all day right in my ear. Bro, I don't know. Pretty emotional at that time.
Yeah.
I was just looking at like I knew there was time. Obviously nervous because Broncos they've been killing it all year, you know, and to go the way they did, like what was the score at the time? 24-8. Yeah, and so I was thinking, man, they just need. So the game is played in moments, bro. And I felt Penrith just needed that one moment, like just one momentum switch, bro. And eventually happened, bro. And it was
crazy because like, you know, even with just watching the plays, like the Penrith boys, bro, they were calm. Like, you know, just seeing all the boys do that to each other, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, wow, man, how can you act calm right now? You know what I mean? But they knew exactly what they were doing, you know what I mean? So like I think just seeing them just still telling each other just to calm down, like no one looked like they were like, you know, pretty sad. They just went back and
I listened to Mosse and Fisher's podcast. I can't remember who it was with, but
Denon, bloke in a bar.
was it Denon?
Yeah.
And they were talking about how they were both
Isaac
on.
John.
They were both on the sideline, and Mose said he reached over and looked over and Fish was like, don't worry, we got this, you know. And it was cool just to see them speak about that because it's who they are. Like they've been in that, you know, that's their third grand final, and to see like they've been in that position before, they've trained for that purpose, you know, those moments, and to see how calm Fish was, you know, and you could see like even him going into the Tri-Nations at the end of the year, how they had him as captain. Bro, to have a leader like that, man, knowing that everything was going to turn out the way it was, it's crazy, bro.
I remember me and my brother who grew up supporting Arsenal, and Arsenal, there's been twice. So we went 4-0 down to a team called Reading, and they were in the second division. So imagine Penrith, for whatever reason, were playing, say, like Windsor Wolves, and they're 24-0 down by half time.
Crazy.
Arsenal were in that position. It was about to be the biggest upset. We ended up winning 7-5. Alternatively, Arsenal, we went 4-0 up against Newcastle United in 25 minutes, which is the equivalent of being 24-0 up in 25 minutes in rugby league. Imagine that. Point a minute type of ratio. We're 4-0 up in 25 minutes. I watched Newcastle come back and draw with us 4-4. So my brother and I both watched, like our football club, we've watched both come back and drop massive leads.
Yep.
Wow.
And I think when Moses scored, you can tell if you watch sport enough when like momentum like completely switches, like a full 180. And I remember watching Moses scoring, like going like, oh yeah, we're in it. And then the 40-20 was like the moment where I was like, I think we'll win.
Yep.
Straight
And I
from the
remember
rock.
thinking as well, I reckon Critter, like the ball has to go out to Critter because
Early.
muscle memory of just, bro, if it's a big game, Stephen Crichton is the guy that has to do something.
True.
And then, before we knew it, but that dropout as well, where Cleary caught it, that's insane, bro. That is such an insane play.
That's
that
just
got changed, you know.
Yep.
yeah. We've seen the adjustment to the rule.
Yeah.
yeah.
We wouldn't win the grand final without that
Oh,
True.
because we got the repeat set there.
Yeah, true.
And then, watching Nathan, bro, because I was behind. So legit, I'm watching, like, my body's turned like this. Nathan's, like, running across. And then he runs, like, directly at me when he takes a step inside.
So I was on, okay.
Yeah, and my brother and I lost it. Like, it was just...
wow.
There was Broncos fans all next to us.
They were screaming.
Bro, there was 80% Broncos in that stadium.
Yeah.
It was...
You forget how big of a club they are, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Massive.
Huge.
I ended up, one guy was, like, essentially, like, crying. Bro, I apologized to him. I was like, bro, that's footy. Deal with it.
But you're like winking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
like,
bad,
that's
bro. I'm
footy.
on my way to my goal, bro.
Man, I felt bad. I was in a
Bro, I
high.
didn't feel bad.
No. Like, you know, when I was coming out, I started going live and I was going cocky and there was this girl that started, like, you know, you probably see in my live if you go back, and this girl comes out and the dad's holding her, she's crying.
Oh,
and then I'm like, they're even crying. And then in that moment, I was just so happy the boys won. Yeah. But damn, bro.
What a moment, eh?
Yeah, I know.
Because you can just picture, bro. I actually thought we're gone after that, you know. But then, obviously, seeing the boys just telling each other, like, you know, like it's all good. Yeah. Sort of went like, oh, wait a minute, you know. Hopefully they'll come back, which they did.
Yeah.
So
This is more so the club that I support and couldn't give
yeah.
a crap about Penrith, but just the players, you know, because we know them at a personal level, and just seeing, you know, how they've built themselves up to be in that position and to win 3 in a row. Fuck.
Yeah.
Bro, at that age too, majority of them,
So young.
21, 22, 23. Then you got Biz and Rome. Fuck. It's crazy.
Just thinking about it, eh?
Yeah,
I was
man.
thinking about. I said to one of the boys, he's a Tigers fan. I was like, say Jerome, say he comes to Tigers and he's there for 4 years. He gets them into top 8 twice. That guy leaves with 4 grand finals, Origin win, 1 Origin loss, 3 grand final win, Samoa to a World Cup, and he pulled Tigers out of the mud. He could retire by 30, and he's got one of the best legacies.
Go status. Yeah.
Bro,
I like
it's
that.
insane, eh?
Yeah, when you break it down like that, that's already crazy.
Same with Critter.
You know,
Critter
like,
pulled
but
dogs
even
into the 8 this year.
like, you know, even for World Cup for Jerome to bring them back into the grand final, that's huge. You know,
It's insane.
yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't look past, I reckon.
What's that?
That is an achievement to put Samoa into a. When you compare resources of the country Samoa,
Yep.
rugby league, to resources of New Zealand, Australia,
England, yeah.
True.
it shouldn't happen at any level.
True.
And they managed to do it. Like, it's just
Yeah, man.
insane. But speaking of moments in, you know, Western Sydney, there's been a few. So we've watched Samoan parades. That's what we covered. Oh, yeah, actually, bro, I wrote down a lot. We've got, for those who don't know, the studio that is here, Chris is part of it. Ty, Bam Bam Tuivasa, as you'd all know him, is also part co-owner. We've got Ty killing it, Tyson killing it. A few of the boys actually killing it as well. Eh? I'm keen to see, do you know Jacob Malcoon?
Yes.
He fights again soon, eh? I'm keen to see him.
Been seeing some highlights of his stuff. Yeah, he looks like a beast, man.
Yeah, he's like OG. He's like the first wrestling coach I think Penrith got in.
Oh, true.
And Tahuna. But yeah, he's like young. He's only like max 30, I'm pretty sure.
Is he fighting?
Yeah, he's like a UFC. He's on the UFC
true.
roster. Yeah. That's why he doesn't do the coaching as much. We've had Tyson, massive fights. The other one who's like a lot of people may not know is from the area is Paulo Kusu.
Yep.
He's killing it, man. What a guy. He's on the wall out there.
Yeah, he's a freak, bro. He's a freak. Yeah.
He's not from the area, bro, but you see Jai Alcatraz? You see the offer?
Oh, yeah.
He got offered co-main on the Tyson Fury card.
Crazy.
Wow.
That's got to be 8 figures, I'm pretty sure. Close to.
I wouldn't know, but yeah.
Because boxing in Saudi would be worth like a monster.
Yeah, well, the fact that like Ngannou
Done.
making millions.
Well, Saudis are paying overs at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
So like, yeah, you'd probably get like a.
That's the new sport. I reckon though, I wouldn't be surprised if they start taking over it, eh?
Nah. Bro, the footballers that went, so like Ronaldo, Messi, well, not Messi, but Ronaldo and all that, they went, like a big group of Champions League footballers went in, September.
Yeah.
Or like July, August. They've already gone back to Europe. Bro, you can't pay them that amount of money if they're not Muslim or Islamic. Bro, they just don't acclimatise. It's just not, bro, it's just like they just don't acclimatise, right? And the Saudi football, bro, they have some of the biggest stars in the world. They're getting less than 1,000 people to a game.
Ooh. Yeah, true.
I reckon I could get more people to a Blacks on Redbacks game.
Yeah, wow, I didn't even know that.
True.
Bro, yeah, so a few of them already jumped ship, come back to Europe on tiny contracts just to play in Europe again.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, wow.
But boxing's different because they've got Fury on side.
Yep.
But they just fly in everyone.
Yeah.
And then they sell the pay-per-view at a... That guy did well as well. I didn't know about him. Joe Parker, was it?
You didn't know
Joseph
about
Parker, yeah.
I don't follow boxing as much.
Yeah,
I follow
okay.
the Aussies. But, bro, what a fight he had.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, man.
That's probably the first time I seen him like chuck those bombers, man. Like the haymakers.
It's first time since his early days.
New coach?
Yeah.
New coach? Or no?
He went under Fury's.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
He started training under Fury and stuff. But he's been big in the Polynesian community. And someone that he's represented Samoa for a while now. But it's mad to see like we always go back to our culture, like Opataya, Samoan, Parker, Samoan, and then they've got who's the other one on the card?
There was 3 of them, eh?
There's 3 of them, yeah. There's 3 of them on the card. They've all
won.
Samoan descent, you know. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool that they're being represented. But Opataya is a beast, man. He's a beast.
Yeah.
I don't think no one's to fight him.
The first one he fought against the guy from the UK. He was like an up and coming champion, and no one wanted to fight Opataya, so he put his hand up. And everyone was saying it might be a little too early for him to step up, and he was confident. Wow, Opataya made him look like a light work, man. And the way he was walking around the ring, like, what now? Like, wow, like, who's next? Like, what now? Wow, bro, that's crazy.
You know what's crazy about like Aussie fighters in MMA and thing? Even like Ty, bro. Ty just kicks back out, right? Like goes between gyms.
Yep.
Jai is still in Central Coast at like that small warehouse gym, and then Volk still trains down in Wingdang.
Yeah.
Bro, so you know when you
go past Wollongong, eh?
Yeah, if you're going past Wollongong, say you want to go to like Ulladulla, Wingdang's like just off the highway there.
Yeah.
Not a big town.
I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, he's still training there. Whitaker still trains at his own gym in Camden.
Yeah.
Bro, and then you go over America and like Sean Strickland and all that are in like massive gyms and all that. And we're all just like still champions of the world.
But that's like Bolo. Bolo just he stood out. And,
UTC.
Yeah.
St. Mary's.
Yeah.
It might be a comfort thing, eh? Maybe just close.
I think it's away from public.
Yeah, true. Whereas in America, they train like best of the
media
best.
in there.
Yeah, media.
They train.
Yeah, true.
I reckon BroFit now will start producing a lot more as well.
They're doing really well.
Shout out to the BroFit boys, man.
They're doing really good.
They're killing it.
Especially for the men's mental health sort of side of things. They're doing really well. They sort of get like I think once a week they get like a public speaker going in there, just speak life into the boys and the men that that attend. So that's pretty mad what they're doing out there, eh?
Yeah, I went down to their first session, bro. James.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
James, he goes, bro, I need a videographer on the Monday
Oh.
morning. The first session was on the Monday night.
Oh, shucks.
I go, hey, bro, like, I'm happy to do it, whatever. And he goes, are you sure? This is sweet. I went down. I had no idea what I was walking into. I just said, yeah, I'll do it. I went down there and like Joe Nullavow greets me at the door. What's Tyson's dad's name? John Pedro's there.
Yeah.
Bro, you walk in and like, I was so shocked. Like, just everything was ready to go, canvas. Like, it was just insane, eh? Like,
Cool.
And I've been down a few times since. And like, yeah, the speakers they get in, and then you watch all the boys get on the pads and stuff. You're like, yeah, wow, like this is proper.
Yeah.
And when you watch James and Tama, because James is like conditioning wise, you can see James has clicked at like a level that I don't think I could ever get to. Like he just is tapped in that way. And then you see Tama when he's like training people with like sparring.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that guy gets it, eh? It's like that old school boxing coach. Tama, he reminds me of that. It's mad. But we kind of touched on it earlier. I want to touch on it. Police involved in Western Sydney stuff from running FTA and whatnot. What's it like seeing the One Full Boys get their own Netflix documentary?
Proud moment, eh? Like when we went to the pre-screening of it in the city, and yeah, just the fact that the boys were on a platform such as Netflix, like it's crazy to think like yeah, it's like they made it. Like, even though they've gone global, they've gone viral on heaps of platforms and stuff. But Netflix is massive. Everyone knows Netflix, and it feels like they're starting to make the right decisions and the right moves in regards to like helping them better themselves, better their lives and their families and stuff, and focus on the music solely, But yeah, no, it was a proud moment, man. Like, because it gives hope to us and kids from Western Sydney. Like, it gives them hope that they actually can do it now. They can do it as well, and not just it just doesn't have to be sport. If it can be music now too. So yeah, many people might not agree with their certain type of music, but hey, man, like it just opens up the door for other genres and stuff like that. So
also, growing up, for someone that wasn't from Mount Druitt had a stigma attached to it, and all of a sudden, finally, Mount Druitt has its own voice. People don't like that.
Yeah,
it's confronting and it's abrasive. That's what it is. And the reality of their lives for what it was.
Yeah,
people like to ignore the fact that it exists in the country.
Yeah, true.
You see it, bro. You see Spaniard doing those football.
Yeah.
See the comments, bro. They're just like, it's all positive. They're
Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. I have no idea this part of Australia exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Bro, the Darwin one, if you get a chance, you go watch that.
the cracker is it?
Insane. I didn't even think that was like. I'm pretty like around it.
Is that him going to Darwin?
Went into Darwin, into their like most notorious hoods, man.
Yeah.
What goes on in there is like insane. But yeah, it's kind of a similar thing with 1-4. It's like confronting and abrasive. You have a good story. So as a music head, I know that Harlem Spartans and what were they called? Moscow Boys. That's what they were called. Lex, you can tell, is Harlem Spartans Moscow inspired.
Yeah.
Was it Marley was in the car with you?
Oh,
Chucked
yes.
on
Yeah.
any.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did he chuck on? Harlem
No,
Spartans,
bro,
maybe?
you know what? To be honest, like I don't even know what he chucked on, but I remember him we were picking him up for tag. He would always put those UK sort
drill.
of rapping, you know what I mean? So I didn't even know it was drill at the time, and I would say to him what is this? It's crap, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, and he's like, nah, trust me, man, this is gonna be the next big thing, and I'm like, nah, man. It's like in my head, like I'm not saying it to him. I'm like, no way, it's gonna be the next big thing. But I always say to him, oh, can you change the music? You know what I mean? So I think for me, even hearing Australian rap was like, you know what I mean? Like I still wasn't used to that. You know what I mean? Like at the time, a lot of the rappers here would have the American accent. So that's just what I'm used to when the boys start rapping. And then after, Marley would be like, yeah, bro, I'll be mad. You know what I mean? Hearing this in an Australian accent, and I'm just like, I couldn't even picture it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then it proved me wrong.
Yeah.
As soon as the boys blew up, it was probably the biggest sort of things happening in the Australian music industry. Like I know that there were other sort of rappers already before them, but I think they literally took the rap scene just to a whole new level, globally.
For you being from New Zealand, did you ever think anyone would get to the same level, if not surpass it, as Scribe and Savage?
Nah, No, I just felt like, because I even feel like Scribe well, Savage sort of broke out.
From featuring, yeah.
Yeah, from featuring and things like that. But I didn't think anyone from Australia, New Zealand, or of our countries would get to where 1-4 and that are at now. So, but nah, man, never thought. Yeah, but it's crazy, like, because we've known the boys since young. You know what I mean? And like, you just see them as normal.
So like, even our
kids.
tag,
Yeah.
like, as soon as they're about to drop their music, or like it was always around the time. Like, I think they used to drop around Wednesdays or something like that. You know what I mean? So we're our tag, and then he drops at 6 and we're still playing. But then sometimes we would stop just to go see it. You know what I mean? Just to see like the drop happening. And I think, as soon as the message and all that blew up, that's when I was just like, what the heck? The views are going crazy.
Yeah.
It's different
man.
from seeing it from our point of view, though.
Yeah.
It's like with the footy boys, like, as famous as they are, they're like normal people to us. And like, you don't think too much of, man, this guy's a superstar, or this guy's a famous rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so to many, they would be like, oh, they've made it. But to us, they're like, still, hey, bro, like, oh, what are you doing today? Like, let's catch up, like, things like that, So,
man,
it's hectic.
That's true, man, because like even when we get sort of critical that come into touch, I think everyone sort of respects that's his like safe zone. You know what I mean? So no one runs up to him. Oh, like, we get it if it's someone that sort of just come in to just have a run. Like, we get it that they sort of get starstruck and things like that. But like, everyone sort of respects them. You know what I mean? And just let them just do their own thing. You know what I mean? Just come and play touch with the boys. So I think that's what Chris is also meaning, is that like, we sort of just like, view them as brothers instead of like, people that are sort of famous.
Yeah.
And I think that's how they probably want to like, feel that way as well. You know what I mean? They're probably talking footy their whole life when they're bumping into fans. But when they come out, we just talk smack. So, yeah. And the boys will pull them up. If they've done something, you know what I mean, stupid during the week, the boys will just be like, hey, you let that try in or something like that. You know what I mean? And just pull them up and we just have a laugh about it, So.
Yeah, that's mad. What was the other one I wanted to touch on? We've already touched on 3P. Oh, opening the studio, bro. You walk in and just think, oh, fuck, how excited.
Blessed, man. Honestly, blessed. Never thought that something like this could, even be real, man. Like, to be a owner of it as well is crazy. The heart has always been to have a space to try and help out our youngins. People like ourselves, Oz and I, like, we've always, wanted a place where people could come and create and things like that. And the fact that we've got an opportunity now to help our communities with the boys, Nike, Bomber, and Ty, they've created this space with us. And man, now we're here. So just blessed, man. Truly grateful. Yeah. Grateful, man. Like, come in here every day and look around. I'm like,
hard.
Heck, bro.
Even me, like I'll probably come in once a month and I'm looking around. I'm like, fuck, this is hectic. Yeah. I'm like, even when I walked outside there, I was like, bro, these lights are massive. Yeah. And Chris was like, yeah, it's part of the package. But that's what I mean, Like, you know what I mean? Like, we grow up and we probably just never even thought that this was even going to be a thing, So even me just walking up and seeing those massive lights outside, like, it's probably old to Neke, you know what I mean? But for me to see that, I'm like, like, I don't even see that, So, yeah.
Because as just growing up, it's not that we don't have the ideas or it's more so how, like, how can we do this and where can we do this? And now like we're starting slowly trying to get into podcasting. Slowly we've been creating content for FTA and things like that, and so you have a spot that you can do all in one place. It's like, it's unreal, man. It's unreal, So
yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like, everything starts from a thought, but not everyone brings that thought to life, So, like, we know a lot of people that sort of like speak to us and say, hey, man, like, we'd be mad to create something like this, and then 2 years down the line, they're still talking about that thought, And like I think the next step after a thought is just executing it, and I think, like, that's where we are at the moment, is executing it. So, like, obviously there's always like another part where we want to be, and like, for us, it's always providing for the family and always providing for the community. So I think it's just, getting to that spot where we can sort of just have fun with it. that would be cool, man. You know what I mean? Just do it full time, you know, and just like, you know, inspire the community like along with it. That would be the ultimate dream, bro.
Yeah, 110%.
What are your thoughts on it? Because you're one of those success
Yeah, because
stories.
this is your home too, isn't it?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
This is like a success story. Like just seeing,
Bro,
seeing
even
the-
you, man, even your stuff, man, it's crazy.
Thanks, bro.
just seeing the way you work, the people you've had come in here. Like, what are your thoughts on it, bro?
I think so for me, when I bring people in,
Yep.
so I had Shaq TV. Do you know who that is?
Yes, yeah.
I brought him in. Do you know Shaq? That
Yep.
was there, Shea characters and all that.
Yep.
He's massive.
It's
on
funny,
social,
man.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So he came in on Wednesday. He walked in. He was an introvert, but
Oh, true.
He was like, yeah, bro, one of those guys, actors. They're introverts by nature, but they have characters. They just
Yeah.
That's him. His name's Dior. Quiet, lovely guy.
Yeah.
But he was walking around and he's like, bro, I came out here, funnily enough, before I did all the social media, I was a property evaluator.
True.
Because I didn't do this block, but I did the blocks on the end of the street. And he goes, bro, like, this is insane. What that's been built in here. And he's just walking around and I was like, wow, like it's insane to think that someone came out here 5 years ago.
Yep.
He's come full circle himself and power of social media for him. And then Ty in that time and Nick Hare, yourself have all built to a point and Bomb Art where you've put in for this and that's created a space. And then there's me, who was a kid at the time, who's just slowly built up and I'm able to provide the opportunity of connecting you guys to Shaq. And for me, that's like a massive honor.
Yep.
But to also see Shaq walk around, who saw Penrith before all of it,
That's
came back
crazy.
to Penrith once it was done and went, wow, this is insane for Penrith, you know?
Cool.
But bro, it's like, how do I put it? I learned at like maybe 21, 22, you surround yourself with like dead shits, you'll be a dead shit.
Yeah.
So when you walk in here and there's just goers, bro, like everyone, how do I describe it? If I walk in and you're upstairs and Nick is upstairs and I walk in, and Beans is there, Seb's there, Tuesday's there, everyone's got like their own things going on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's a beautiful thing itself.
Yeah, bro.
Even like with you, every time I catch up with you, what's new? Oh, bro, there's 10 different things that's you know
Nah,
what I mean?
man, like, yeah, like exactly what you said. You know what I mean? Like, I think as soon as you surround yourself with like, you know, go-getters, you sort of just start moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like, you sort of like, you know, just get motivated, like, you know, just by looking at what they're doing. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, if I have a sluggish day, then I just see something pop up and I'm just like, oh, that's crazy. You know what I mean? This guy just went for what? Like in how many? Like in how many kilometers was
24.
it? And then I went for one. You know what I mean? So it's stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't have to be business or anything with talent. Like even with health as well. You know what I mean? Like you see like a lot of like boys posting up about health and them exercising. Like it's just like sort of seeing people like around you, people that you know doing something, and you sort of just end up doing it. You know, so.
But yeah, this space is insane. Like it's no secret. Like sometimes I'll do a pod or do a clean. I'll get home at like 11, 12. Oh fuck! I wonder what you guys see on the camera sometimes though. When I'm like,
I never look at it,
Yeah,
to
bro.
be honest. Yeah, I never
we
look
have
at
me
it.
in a hoodie at fucking 11:30. You can do fiddle
Oh,
under the door
true.
and shit. I always think like, bro, like I get home late and I'll just turn around. I'll just like look before I leave. I'm like, wow, like this is insane. Like you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
such a
man.
cool space, bro. Forever indebted. Always think about that. It's like one day I got to pay it back. I just don't know how.
Nah,
You
Good,
just
bro.
say that, but I got to. You know what I mean?
nah.
Trust me.
Yeah, but
Just remember us.
yeah. Bro, I always think the best way at the moment, besides what like already have the deal that we have, is to bring in cool people that like can expose the space even more. You know what I mean? And then the next thing in my head is to like, how can we utilize the space to like make events and stuff happen? Because I've mentioned your ideas before.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's like, yeah, because bro, growing up, I never would have thought there was like a space that we could possibly hold like small music events and like, what was it? Ratty Stars had his EP
Yes,
launch. I was here for
opening,
that,
Yep,
and that was cool, man. Like, that wasn't the most packed event, but it was just all the boys and whatnot. And like,
100.
yeah, it was just I don't know. I think stuff like that is what it's meant to be.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, for sure.
And like, yeah, it's just cool, man. It's just cool. It's cool
Yeah.
to see just businesses, bro. Just people doing like.
Yeah,
Everyone supports each other as well, but it's just cool to see like so like Chubbs clean shoes, bro. He wants merch done. Calls up Oz,
yep.
designs done in an hour. You know what I mean? Like in an hour. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like all of a sudden, like
Two day
Chubbs,
turnaround. 2 day turnaround.
Yeah. But all of a sudden, bro, within a week, Chubbs has like mock-ups done, and like all of a sudden samples are ordered. You know what I mean? Like that's bro, it's crazy. Like it's
Yeah.
we're
that's
in
the
our
thing,
hub.
right?
We
Like-
don't have to go to the city anymore. That's
Yeah.
more the point as well. We don't have to travel.
Nah.
Everything's out here.
Nah.
You just got to utilize it. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Yeah.
Man.
That's it, man.
Ty mentions as well, like always, because he's so used to traveling out to the city for his interviews and his promos and things. And now he's trying to bring everyone out west. You know, when UFC fighters come into the country and things like that, his goal is to bring them all out west.
Yeah.
You know, we had Israel Adesanya partying in Penrith RSL, the Lee's club there, you know. So just things like that, bro. It's cool to see, you know. We want to represent the West, and that's what we're all about, you know. So
Even for me, bro, sometimes I go home and I'll tell mum and dad. So you guys are a bit older, right? But like being 24, so some of the guys that are like a bit older than me, you've watched come up. Whereas you're already a man. I was a kid watching some of these guys, and I've kind of aged with them.
Yeah.
In a sense. Some are a fair bit older than me, but like so the after party, it's what Ty,
Adesanya.
Tyson Pedro, all that type of stuff, and like. Yeah, I'll come home and dad would be like, well, why'd you get home at 1 a.m. on a Sunday night? I'm like, I went to this like after party thing, and there was like Israel Adesanya there, champion of the world. Not anymore, but he was before. And dad's like, what? Like that's insane. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But it kind of after a certain amount of time, you get used
to it. Yeah.
interacting with people of fame. But yeah, it's really cool. And like, bro, we had a moment the other day. So the boys were doing this. You know the 6 degree theory? Everyone's 6 degrees of separation from someone. So it's this idea that you're only 6 people away from any given person in the world.
yeah, okay.
So for me, how would I do it? So this is my cheat code, and it's for you guys as well. We know Bam Bam, who knows Dana White, who knows Donald Trump.
True.
We're 3 degrees.
Yeah.
True, okay.
So the boys were like talking. We're at the lookout the other night. One of the boys lives in Townsville in the army. Hardly ever seen him. The other one, Jimmy Jam, like we catch up a bit. But they were talking about like their 6 degrees of separation from people. Because they know someone who went to dinner with Hemsworth.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But then they were like to me, they're like, "What's yours?" I was like, "Bro, I know Ty."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You know, it's Dana White." I was like, "It's basically anyone." I was like, "It's insane, eh?" I've actually cracked the 6 degree.
That's mine. Yeah.
Bro, I was thinking about it. I was like, it hit me. I was like, "Wow, I've actually cracked the
like
6 degrees."
Bro, even your dad's close.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Shout out Daria.
Yeah, man. You're going to be the plug soon too, man.
Trust
the amount
me,
of people
bro.
you're connecting with, bro. It's mad.
Hopefully, bro. Hopefully, just gotta keep at it. People ask me like, "What's the?" I'm sure you guys would agree. Like, what's like the secret? No secret. Just gonna work.
Consistency and work, put in.
Consistency is the other key. You can't just go hard for a month and then drop off for another.
Yeah.
100%.
And that's the thing, like I think a lot of people just don't see that, You know what I mean? Like, the most, like the consistent part is when you're by yourself and doing it all alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we can sort of just, gather and just do it all together. But then, there's a part of yourself that also has to do the hard work, you know what I mean? When no one's watching and things like that. So I think a lot of people, like, when they get to that stage, when they're just by themselves, they sort of just fold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I can work at the front of you, you know what I mean? Like I have to, you know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to show you, what I'm doing. But it's that time when you're just by yourself is when all the thoughts and all that comes in. A lot of people fold in that time, So as soon as you sort of like, be more consistent and like sort of just try to get your motivation during that period, like I think that's when you can unlock, like your potential, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Discipline for me.
Yeah.
Discipline?
That's the only thing.
That's you and I both, my brother.
Yeah, you just like I lack it in some areas.
Like I think everyone's like that.
Yeah.
It's always discipline. Like you can never master it.
No.
You know what I mean? You just got to be disciplined. As long as you're not, oh, there's a guy that said, as like if you look at yourself this time last year, are you better? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a good way to look at it. I guess what were you doing this time last year?
I don't think I was even in here.
There you go.
That's insane. I think I got in here on episode 34, but it would have been March or April, was it not?
True.
That's the other thing I think when I see you, bro, when we were in the studio, I look at the back corner and we were
Sweeping up.
sweeping concrete dust. And, bro, there was nothing. There was just the pillars. done.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was just the
I
pillars
remember
up
those
there.
videos that would come in.
Yeah, empty concrete.
Yeah. Because I didn't know you at the time. I think you had messaged to hopefully jump on a potty.
Yeah.
And then I come in that day to help clean up, and you were here sweeping and things like that. I was like, oh.
No, but you said it as well. Like, I remember we done the first podcast with me. You're like, as soon as our place opens up at 27 Project, that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
And then I go to, oh yeah, do you know them? He goes, oh yeah. You know what I mean? So then, but now we're here, lad. You know what I mean? We're talking now.
bro.
So that's what I mean. Like I think when you reflect, man, like reflection's a massive thing, bro. It humbles you, and then it also makes you realize how privileged and like a blessing you are, how blessed in a situation you are. You know, so yeah, I remember that when you were like, yeah, that's gonna be my place. I'm like, oh, you know them? You're like, yeah.
I only knew Bomber and
Yeah.
I only met Nick twice
Yeah.
at that point.
True.
True.
Yeah. Never
That's what I
met
mean.
Ty at the time, hadn't met you. And then I met you on the spot for the podcast. I remember
Yeah, bro. That was actually my first podcast, bro. I was actually freaking out.
Your first, technically.
This is my first, yes. Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
I've had a couple reach out, but yeah, nah, never.
Thank you, Papa.
Nah, all good, man.
You're the guy.
Yeah. Like I said, it's because I know you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Makes it easier.
Yeah, it does make it easier.
I
Yeah.
find, so I'm going to give you guys some podcasting tips.
Yo.
So the easiest thing is to interview people you know at the start.
Yep.
And that's where you get your reps in. So when you do get people that you've only met once or twice, you learn how to break down barriers a bit quickly.
Yep.
Okay.
And ideally, you start talking before the podcast and you enter the room and you just continue on the conversation, but
Okay.
you hit record. and
Oh,
you just go
nice,
from there.
nice.
Rather than the, hey, welcome back to Helos and Homies, because that
Yeah.
would stunt the whole thing. And it start like a new...
It feels like an interview away.
Yeah, bro, I don't want to do that. Like,
Yeah.
I
Man.
just want to kind of talk to someone, you know?
Man.
People know where to find information about people.
Yeah.
I want to hear people tell yarns. Like, people want to talk about the parades. You know? They want to hear that
All that stuff.
rather than like straight up, like more
Yep.
interview, a current affair type of like. But yeah, podcasting, bro. I reckon you start the conversation outside of it. You go in, you press record, you sit down, you just keep going. With the boys, it'll be easy, but when you interview people that you haven't met as much, it'll be easier to just go like off the dome and just continue the conversation. Let it naturally flow. Have some notes. Like I keep my notes here as like more of a guidance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if we go far off, I'll be like, oh, what's something? Because you
Yeah.
kind of lose track. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I'm very excited to watch yours.
Yep.
That'll be awesome.
Man, I feel like we had
See
some
it.
good ones, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually had more laughter than anything, man. But yeah,
'Cause you
it's
got-
right. We'll go again.
Yeah. You got the leverage of, bro, I came into this space as like kid from Malaya. I don't know anyone before.
777.
Bro, how do you know that?
777, baby.
I guarantee Harley's in there pissing himself.
Oh, is he from there too?
Yeah.
Oh, true.
No,
but-
we're both born and raised in this one house. Like,
Oh, no way.
yeah, both him and I have only lived in the one house.
Wow.
Straight out of Wimley, yeah. Oh fuck, you threw me off track. Hey, what was I saying?
777 or so.
I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying?
I can't
You threw me
remember.
right off the track.
You said you used to do
Oh,
that.
I didn't. No, oh yeah, that was it. I didn't know anyone coming into it, so I'm meeting people before I interview them. The
Okay.
guy that's coming in next,
true.
I've bumped into him, but I haven't really met him.
Mm.
Whereas you guys have got the leverage of
Yeah,
You
we
know
know.
this-
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we know a couple.
like heaps
yeah.
natural. I think your podcast will do really well. What are you going to call it?
I always call it area chats.
It's meant to be area chats, but yeah, it eventually it is a podcast, but yeah,
Yeah,
we're trying to figure out how, because we don't want it to be just a normal,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
trying to.
I think more like,
We're thinking of ways to add like music, sound
Yeah,
effects,
yeah.
like all this
Yeah,
type
yeah,
of stuff. But yeah,
Probably need Nick.
but he was saying like there's copyright issues with heavy music.
yeah.
30 seconds is generally the rule.
Yeah, okay.
So
yeah.
max, if you go, it's like Instagram and TikTok. You know, if you add a song over 30 seconds for it, it probably gets taken down a couple.
True.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But yeah, less than 30 seconds, you're normally sweet.
Mm.
But yeah, I reckon. How consistently do you want to do it?
We'll so we want to do a footy talk one as well. That would be the consistent one. It would be
Yeah.
like a weekly thing. But our area chats with guests probably be every fortnight.
I reckon don't separate them on channels.
No,
Put them
no,
all
no,
together.
no.
Yeah.
Bloke in a
yeah.
Bar does that. So he
Yeah.
has like,
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
As well.
if you go into Bloke in a Bar Spotify,
Mm.
each week it has 3 different things that are popping
Yep.
up, but they're all on that one
Mm.
platform.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
same with
Yeah.
YouTube, bro. People make the mistake of separating stuff.
Yeah.
If I ever do anything with Sporting Club Helos, it'll go via
All
Helos
in
and
one.
Homies.
Mm.
already.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but even these days, you can sort of like I think we sort of have our own Instagram for area chats, but now you can collab.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
So
insane, eh?
it's mad.
That's probably their
That
best
was a
feature,
mad,
bro.
yeah,
bro.
yeah. That like Easily. Like, and as soon as they put that collab sort of option on, bro, that was a game changer, not just for businesses, but for artists to link with businesses, you know what I mean? Or you're doing like a sort of like, you know, collaboration. Like I know one of the boys, like, and I did a Domino's one, you know what I mean? Just because like he's a foodie, right? Yeah. And then he just went on the Domino's sort of Australian Instagram page, you know? So you can sort of do stuff like that now, which is pretty cool for businesses.
So did Ty.
What?
Oh, but Domino's. You see,
Oh, yeah.
That was a money grab.
Yeah, even Ty. That's right.
That
Even
was a
Ty
money
did it.
grab, bro, for sure. You would never see Ty do something like that.
Well, that's what I mean, eh? See?
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, 50K? Yo, give me where's the undies? Give me the undies.
Bro, you know, he, not for him. You know, like the payment per influencer's gone through the roof with the collab thing?
Yeah, man.
It's a good time to be an influencer, eh?
Mm.
Because that
100%,
collab
bro.
post, bro, if you want to do a collab post, they'll pay motzes because the engagement rate's insane.
So I always say to the boys, like, bro, use your platform. Like,
Yeah.
bro,
while
you've got to, while
There's a
you're
word
here,
for it.
man.
While you're hot.
There's a word for it, though,
But
where you sort of like can advertise yourself just...
branding.
Yeah.
Personal branding.
Yeah, personal branding.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
America do it really well, bro. They're light years ahead.
I'd say we're normally a decade behind.
Heaps.
Even London, England.
Yeah.
Like we're
Oh, yeah, you know what? But like, I flew to China and I felt like, you know, when I came back to Australia, bro, we're like way back compared to them.
Oh, no,
Far out, man. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. They're trendsetters, bro. China,
No.
Japan. Even when I went to Japan, like their swag, their style, like they were like...
Yeah, this guy was
way
mentioning
ahead,
things. I was
bro.
like,
Yeah.
it just shows Australia needs to catch up.
Bro, I said this on the podcast the other day. So, like, growing up, I used to watch these Sunday League teams in England, and they film they film their whole game, and they commentate over it. It gets cut down in like a 20 to 30 minute video.
Yep.
So they have like a camera obviously set up, like a proper panning thing, and then they have a handheld on the sideline for one guy. So say there's like a biff like in the corner, that guy with a handheld will run down, try and get like right in there. It's good, bro. So it's like a little production of the game. And it's funny as, bro, I'm thinking at the age of 12, 13, 14, there's no way I get to an age where I can run something like that before someone's done it. No one in Australia did it. I'm about to do it this year. Like run that 24 Helos, like do the Sunday League.
Yeah.
But I want to do it for rugby league as well.
Yeah, bro.
I just got to find a good team of bet, like, because you don't want guys who take it too seriously, because then it like you want people to take the piss out of themselves, because you don't.
Yeah.
It's bro, you're not playing for Panthers. To
Yeah.
sit back, you know what I mean? But like, I want to do the same, bro. But no one ever did it in league either. No one's even like come close to doing something like that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think, well, you're going to do it from the sidelines or on
So
the
you
field?
have, so what you do is you have like a camera set up to film the game, and then you have like a handheld camera on the sideline as well to like film like
the certain moments,
intimate moments, so to speak. And then what you do is you put it all together and you make like a 30 minute video out of it of like just commentating like the funny parts, the highlights, like, bro, because people want to follow like the teams. It's relatable.
Yeah.
I'll show you an example on the TV after. It's kind of hard to explain, but once I show you, you'll be like, that's it. But bro, I couldn't believe I got to this age where I have the resources, time, systems available as well, with like the amount of video editors and stuff we know to be like, all right, sweet, I can do this. Like, I can actually run this.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, bro, that's what I mean. We're a decade behind.
Cool,
that was a decade ago in England. I was watching it.
Jeez.
They've gone to levels with it. Like, bro, some of those guys they're making millions off it. And they're just like guys playing park league football because of it. But like, bro, we don't have anything for it.
Yeah, okay.
And eventually, for me, I do the football first, nail it. Then I take on a rugby league team as well. And then an AFL. And I have all three sports at an amateur level covered on my YouTube channel.
Man, bro.
And a team attached to it, personalities attached to it.
That's hectic.
Yeah, I think that's
Crazy.
what I do. I'm going to be mic'd up in a charity match. I forgot about that as well.
Oh, yeah?
You ever watch Longest Yard?
Yeah.
You know Joey Diaz in The Longest Yard, the big fat guy? Give me a Diet Coke.
Oh,
You
better do that.
You better not drive me.
I hope I see Coke coming from your bottle.
Yeah, Pepsi Max, bro. I'm like, oh, it's bad. All right, one last question, and then we'll wrap it up. I think we've been going for an hour and a half.
Damn.
Almost.
Oh, yeah. Crazy.
All right. Advice to people, just in general. Advice to people from the area or just in life that are trying to make it happen through business or sports, whatever it may be, to get into similar positions you guys find yourselves in. What would be your one piece of advice?
I think, bro, man, I'm just trying to reflect upon myself. Like, I think for me, it's just like, whatever thought and like sort of dream you sort of have, just give it a crack and just execute. Like, I think that is the next step. There's no other step like after that. Sorry, before that. So I feel like and also just try just surround yourself with people that sort of want the best for you and things like that. So, but yeah, so I think for me it's just just executing, man. Like, because you can't get to that next level without executing, and just surround yourself with like-minded people. You probably hear it all the time, but it's so true. So
100.
yeah, man, just get that right circle. You can still have your circle where you can muck around and things like that, but if you want to get into the business world or just get to that next level, unfortunately, you know what I mean, you're gonna have to sort of separate yourselves from that. So yeah, man, just give it a crack, and you never know. That's why we're here with you, brother.
Okay, so
Yeah, no, I'm very similar to Oz. Like we have the saying "better together," and it's something that you can apply to probably every aspect of your life, man. And one thing I've known since growing up, I could never do it on my own, man. Like there's always got to be. I'm fortunate now. I've got my brother Oz and plugged to some special people, man, that are well connected. And I've known now, like even my wife, man, a huge pillar in my life, like just having her by my side. Bro, yeah, you can never do it on your own. And so that connects to what Oz was saying about having a great circle and just having the right people around you, man. Like you'll be surprised, even just being here at the studio, like there's a lot of things I don't know. And I'll be the first person to put my hand up about it. And I'll also ask questions to people like Nike to do with content. People like Tuesday, who has her own experiences in life, and then yourself as well. Yeah. Beans and Seb, Ty, I won't ask anything of Ty. He's useless, that guy. Nah. But yeah, man, it's just, plugging yourself to the right people, man. And yeah, like I said, have a crack, man. One thing that kills us as Polynesians is being humble too much, man, I could say. Because we've been brought up that way. You got to stay humble and not say anything, But we're at a point in our life now that, bro, being humble, it kills your dreams in a way. It kills a lot of things, and so sometimes you got to put that aside and just run it up the guts, man, and have a crack.
And like, we're not trying to say, you know what I mean, like everyone go out there and become like a business person, like. Yeah, or being an idiot, but we also understand there's people out there that they're 9 to 5, you know what I mean, which is still good, you know what I mean. But I think it's just that whole mentality shift that you really just gotta change, you know what I mean. So if you want to do music, you go hard and do music. If you want to become a manager, you know what I mean, at your 9 to 5, you know what I mean. You gotta shift your mentality just to get to that next level. So yeah, so I feel like, you know what I mean. As soon as you execute. You can sort of level up in your life. Yeah.
I think something you mentioned earlier was any idea you have, it can happen.
Yeah.
I always say that to people as well. Like the idea I have for this is I want a football club, and I model it off like football clubs that have stadiums of 50,000.
Yeah.
To say that out loud right now is insane. But if I think it and I see it, then it will become to fruition. It's just the work.
It's the work,
It's the work in between. But there's, I say that to people all the time. Like I've done podcasts with people. Yeah. I've never met them before. It's been in my head before I've done it.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's cool.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that's the exact same thing as well, bro.
Yeah, but you have you have many conversations with your mates.
Yeah.
That always just want to bring something to life. You know what I mean? Like even before, I sort of got into the business sort of world. I'll just say stupid stuff, but I actually really meant it, you know what I mean? But now that I'm in sort of that space, you know what I mean? Chris is in that space as well. I think as soon as we hear those opportunities, I feel like it's not up to us to bring their seed to life, you know what I mean? But if we can sort of just mentor them around it and just push them to the right directions, and then so I feel like if someone has a plan, you know what I mean, or a business ideas, or if they want to just become better at something, just reach out to them and go, hey, you know what I mean? Have you sort of reached out to do your ABN? You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Just remind them. Yeah. But we don't have to be there 24/7. Just try to, because sometimes they still won't do it. You know what I mean? But just helping them out, here and there, and just sending over just text, hey, have you done your ABN yet? Would help push them. So yeah.
I set up another business this week.
And
I'm doing doing social media management for a few people.
Mad, bro.
But bro, what a shit show it is with ABN sometimes. Yeah, bro, getting the name right, but not
Yeah.
even that. If you already have an ABN, like adding,
adding another one. Yeah.
Australian government wants to make it hard, man.
Yeah, man.
Make
They
it
just
easy,
want,
bro.
oh man, I know.
We won't get into that.
Don't
Anyway,
get into that, man.
shout out the 685, shout out FTA, shout out
Hey,
Panthers,
yes, sir.
shout out 27 Projects, shout out Tracks. See you next week.
All day.
Love God, love people, man.